Dani Walker, welcome to my channel. I'm a virtual stylist and a pageant coach, so today we're going to talk about what Miss USA should have wore to Miss Universe. I also have a similar episode about what the 2020 Miss USA contestants should wear to Miss USA, so check that one out if you love fashion, and also subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell if you love watching content like this, because I come out with new episodes every single week and sometimes I release bonus episodes, so that's why you want to hit those notifications so you know when those ones come out too. And also follow me on social media at Dani Walker if you want lots more weekly encouragement, business, or beauty tips. This episode was requested by a subscriber, so if you have any requests for new episodes, make sure to leave those suggestions in the comments below or just DM me on Instagram. I want to start this off by saying that this episode is just for fun. I know from experience that being a part of the USA organization, you have limited options for your evening gowns, especially because Sherry Hill is the sponsor, so really you can only choose from Sherry Hill gowns most of the time for Miss Universe, or you have to have at least one Sherry Hill gown, and I know that that changes things. Also, that your evening gown, it's personal to you. So if you have a certain vision and that's what you go for, then that is what ends up on that stage. And I just want to say, totally recognize that. But I just thought that this would be a cool episode to play stylist. So let's start with Miss USA 2015, Olivia Jordan. Olivia was the most recent Miss USA to get the closest to the Miss Universe crown. Well, aside from Nia, but Nia's not in this episode because I'm only doing the past 5 title holders. So sorry, Nia, love you. Just want to recognize you were also first runner-up for Miss Universe, but Olivia Jordan was second runner-up for Miss Universe, and absolutely love her. And what I wish to have seen on her is to highlight some of her awesome features, and for me, that's her legs. If you think Olivia has killer legs, comment legs down below. I want to see how many comments we can get on this because I think that she's just fabulous. Take a look at this. This is Exhibit A. Look at Exhibit A, okay? Fabulous, okay, amazing. All right, Exhibit B. Once again, beautiful legs. So, especially because she's got all that height, I would love to have seen her in a slit. The gown that she wore for Miss Universe was a Bertle Brida gown. That was her final gown, and she wore Sherry Hill for the preliminaries. And I think that the Sherry Hill prelim dress was a lot more fitting for what we had seen of Olivia at Miss USA. So it made sense to see her in that bright color, that big silhouette, and I was like, okay, makes sense, a little bit safe, but you know, we thought that she was gonna do pretty well anyways, so she can get away with her safe dress for prelims. But for finals, I was like, I wanted to see something like, bam, like wow. And because she's got these killer legs that we've seen, this is the style that I would have loved to have seen her in. Something a little bit more like this, like woo, va va boom, check it out. I like the bold color of this because she looks so great in these bright tones, and we would see her dressed in these all the time, so like, why not? Love the slit. I love we're keeping with that theme of that big skirt that did so well at her national competition. I didn't do any low drop neck for this one. I really didn't think it needs it because Olivia is sexy enough on her own, and I think with such a high slit, like whoa, it's a lot going on. I would have liked to have seen just an emphasis on her blue eyes, keep her lip shade nice neutral type of pink, just like this in this image, and then have just a softer curl. I feel like when Olivia competes, we see a lot of those really tighter or more voluminous pageant curls on her. And I actually like this relaxed look a little bit more because there's a lot going on with this dress, and I would have paired it with some nice kind of like over the top stud earrings, like really rhinestone encrusted. I think that those would have been super fun to see. Yay. I feel like we're walking through my dream closet right now. Like, welcome to Dani's dream closet. Oh, that should be an episode. That should be something. I don't know what that's for, but I like it. Next we have Deshaun, Miss USA 2016. So Deshaun, once again, she has got so much height, so much legs. Oh my gosh. She shows up to Miss Universe in 2 red gowns. So one for prelims, one for finals. I felt a little bit underwhelmed by those styles. I thought that the prelim style, that the color of it was popping on her skin, and I loved that. And then for the finals, I just feel like it didn't sparkle so much. And I frankly, I don't even know why that is. I'm not even sure. But I did really like the idea of red on her. So if I was dressing Deshaun, this is something that I would have loved to have put her in. This style to me, it's so fun. And what I like about Deshaun is she talked a lot about women in the military during her reign, but she talked about women being able to do both things. Like, we are strong and we are beautiful. And so I would have really capitalized actually on that softer side. But if y'all notice, look at this major change. Look at her hair. So I saw pictures of Deshaun with this short hairstyle on her Instagram, you know, like this past year, I don't know, within the last year, and I loved it. I think it's so hard to rock a short hairstyle, and if you can, you're just so stunning. So when I saw this hair, I was like, oh my gosh, could you have imagined it? Because Deshaun just, I felt like, you know, she broke so many barriers. I love that for her farewell, she wore her afro on stage. You know, she talked about that her mom wanted to see her in that, and she did it. And I was like, could you imagine if Deshaun would have showed up at Miss Universe with this short hair showing off that face, and then still with the red? Like, I really did actually like that red on her, like I said, but also this extremely embellished and encrusted bodice that was just killer. And then once again with that height, show off that slit, show off those legs a little bit, and have this like beautiful massive flowing chiffon on stage. Oh my gosh, like this look. And if you notice, some of the stones, they're kind of set in gold, so I just would have done a nice like gold little earring to complement that. I would have loved to have seen her walk out on stage with this short hairstyle, because I just think it's so fabulous. Like, it's getting me really excited right now. Yes, just comment like yes if you think so too, because I'm obsessed with it. Kyra wore 2 different gowns, and she wore yellow for prelims, which I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, yellow. But I don't know, I just didn't love that yellow, maybe just like the shade of yellow. And I really, really wanted to see her hair down. So then when I saw her for finals, when she had her hair up, didn't hate the hair up so much because that mandarin collar, it's so much higher. And then all of a sudden we see this like sexy, low, open bodice, and I was like, whoa, okay, Kyra stepping out. So I actually really liked where they were going with this, but I didn't like that we had like a high neck, all of the boobs out, and then like such a slit and so much legs. For me, it was a little bit much, so I actually wanted to go a different way and cover her up a little bit more, but keep that low drop neck. And it kind of reminded me of Brittany McGowan's gown that she wore to Miss USA. So here's a little look that I put together for Kyra. Once again, keeping with that extremely stoned bodice, keeping that low neck, but I'm kind of covering everything else. So no slit, long sleeves, honestly, just to add more bling to it. And then I would have loved some sort of soft little chiffon cape. Not the kind that comes all the way around the waist, but the kind that just sits on your back, if y'all know what I'm talking about. So just to bring a little bit of movement to that gown, and I think that would have been really, really fierce and fabulous on stage. I don't know. What do you think? Comment below. So for Kyra though, as you can see, I did bring her hair down with this style. I think that you can definitely put it up when you do have that high neck, but you know what? Who cares? Why not? Look at how great she looks with her hair down. It just looks so beautiful. Just like release that hair. Release it. If you're liking this episode so far, don't forget to screenshot it, post it to an Instagram story, tag me at Dani Walker and hashtag Dani Walker so that I can find it and repost it. Just let me know what your thoughts are. Now we have my friend Sara. Okay, Sara, so this is funny. So I'm like, I know you so well. I'm like, it'd be funny to dress you for Miss Universe. So let's talk about first. So Sara had that prelims gown, but we didn't get to see that finals gown. So mostly focus on the prelims. For prelims, I know that for a lot of people, it was hit or miss. It was this silver creation, and I looked up that gown, I remember, at Miss Universe to see the designer and who made it. And when I looked at the model in the gown, the shoot looked very holiday-esque, and that made sense because Miss Universe was in December, so it reminded me of when Olivia Culpo won Miss Universe, because that pageant was in December. And if you look at her gown when she won, it was kind of like these nice little holiday vibes. So for me, choosing a dress like that made a lot of sense to wear at Miss Universe, but I just like, I didn't love the shoes with it. I would have gone with a smaller heel. I probably would have gone with a slightly lighter lip for her, but I did love the hair being back. So I sort of just wanted to build on that and put her in something that we know that she just has always looked awesome in. So if you look at her farewell gown, that pink style, loved it, had a beautiful overskirt. If you look at the gown that she won Miss USA in, big, beautiful overskirt and lots of bling, lots of glam. And I love those styles on Sara. Also love her in gold. If you take a look at one of the dresses that she wore during Miss USA 2019 on stage, like that gold bronzed out look, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like can we bring that to Miss Universe, please? I would have kept her hair back how it was, made her super awesome bronzy and put her in this style right here. Oh my gosh. So it is Miss Universe. This is a little bit over the top, but I think it would have been fun. She could have wore, you know, a big platform heel on to really lengthen her and give her that height and disguise it with that closed hem. I love that we kept with the overskirt that we've seen her wear many times, and I think it just looks great on her on stage. I would have dropped that neck just a little bit, how it is in this image, and I just love that this dress has just all that gold and glitter and stuff that looks really great and does really well at Miss Universe. So personally, that's something that I would have put her in, something a little bit more like that. I would have loved to have seen that on stage. Now let's take a look at our most recent Miss USA, Chesley. So I actually really loved Chesley in gold. I thought that the white stood out on her for when she competed at Miss USA, but that the gold was a really nice change in transition. And I think it's timeless. It looks so beautiful on stage, and she was all sparkly, and I was really feeling those vibes. I also really, really liked that one shoulder neckline on her and the idea of a slit. So keeping with that, I would still keep her in gold, but I would actually put her in this Bob Mackie creation. So, okay, please excuse the pose and my really poor photo editing abilities. Ignore that for a minute. So I love that this is gold and yellow in it, right? So we saw Kyra in yellow, but I think that Chesley could really pull off a yellow too. So I like the gold and the yellow mixed. Not so sure about that feather boa, but you know, like maybe so. Maybe you could work it into that routine somewhere in there. But I really, really like this style. She's so fit. Once again, great legs, great body. So I would have liked to have showcased her legs a little bit more. I think that they would have been just like, oh, phenomenal, killer on stage. Now, I would have let her hair loose. I would have let her curls go, because I really wanted to create this sort of like throwback Diana Ross look with her, which I just like, I miss the glam, and I love the glam of like Cher, Diana Ross, Mitzi Gaynor. Like, take a look at them wearing Bob Mackie styles, and it's just so fierce, it's so fabulous. And I was like, I love the idea of taking even a dress that we've seen or worn before and recreating it, putting it on someone new, putting it on that stage, kind of like when people will wear a vintage style on a red carpet. And I love that idea, and I've been wanting to see one of these styles that are just so incredible brought back to a pageant stage, or brought to, I guess, a pageant stage. So I would have done this. I would have let her curls loose. I would have been as big as I possibly could and just come out in this. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I may have spent too much time self-isolating. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, yellow gold for Chesley and this whole look. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. I had a lot of fun creating it. If you are searching for your dream gown, then be sure to check out some of my other episodes about gowns, and also take advantage of my free dress guide. It's this great checklist I've created, and I use it all the time to find styles for my own coaching clients. So just click the description below to check that out. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this episode, and I hope you come back for next week.